computers. The old computers showing there, that is the computers in the 1970s, 1970年代的。So when the man told those kids to turn the computer on, what do they do? Do they really turn the computer on? No. They turn on the monitor. 他们把荧幕打开了。Because in the old days, the computer, the switch button is in the back of the computer. 以前的电脑开关在后面。Only the switch for the monitor is in front of the device. So they don't know how to turn on the computer. When the man told them to turn on the computer, they turn on the monitor, right? And then, sorry, I already tell you the answer. Where is the switch of the old computer? Do you know this? Yeah, the switch of the old computer is in the back. It's in the back. 在电脑后面 is in the back. Then, then I ask you two questions. They turn on the monitor. They do not turn on the computer because the switch of the old computer is in the back. Then which button should they hit before doing anything to the computer? Do you know which button should they hit before doing anything to the computer? Yes, reset. Excellent. They have to push the reset button before they do anything to the computer. Yes, reset button. They have to push the reset button. Then, the old computer does not equip a mouse. You cannot find a mouse. Everything is just done with what? Yes, a keyboard. Only a keyboard. You cannot use the mouse. And can they go on the internet with the old computer in the 1970s? No, they cannot. So how do you do your homework without internet? That the little girl, she asked. Then what's the answer given by the man? Yes, we go to the libraries. So yes, I live in, how do you do your homework? In the past, when you were younger, yes, we go to the library or we check our books. So the question is now for you. When you do your homework, do you check the knowledge through the internet? For those yes? Hands down. For those no? So now, how can you judge the accuracy, the correctness of the knowledge? 你怎么判断这个查到的对还是不对？ Can you judge? How can you judge? Anyone knows? 不要用知识家。Do not use the Yahoo because somebody just answered the questions, but that cannot be correct. 知识家 or when you do this, how to say the keyword searching, there are a lot of answers was shown, on your screen, but some of them are not correct. So, for me, how do I judge the accurate, or does this knowledge correct or not? I would try to do. Then I will check the source. It's from a university, or from the Wikipedia, or from some organization that is trustable, 可信任的网站，大学的啊。So that is how I judge. And then Yes, the main answer is library. So how do we do the math on the old computer? How can they do the math on the old computer? Does anyone know? Yes. Very close. Give comments. 下指令. You have to give comments. If you want to do the math, you have to give comments. 你要下指令. You cannot just push to. Now we have many software program. We just push 2 plus 4 equals, then you got the answer. But in the old days, we have to give the comments. Otherwise, we cannot do any math. Okay? Do you see the floppy disk before? 你们有看过 floppy disk 吗？3.5寸的那种磁片。For those who see the floppy disk before, hands up. Oh, all of you. Okay, hands down. For those who never see the floppy disk before, hands up. Okay. 就是3.5寸的小磁片这样。正方形。Okay. That is used for the very old computer. We need this kind of floppy disk to initial the computer or play the game. Inside this floppy disk, the size, how to say that? The data size of the floppy disk is very small. 它的资料量存取量很小 compared to now. Okay. For me, I saw this kind of floppy disk when I was in my senior high school. So when do you see your floppy disk? When do you see the floppy disk? Elementary school, of course. 20 years ago, of course. You are now. Yeah, I understand. So after putting the floppy disk in, what should the kids do? Then they can play the computer game. After they push the floppy disk in, what should they do? Turn off and turn on the computer. Turn off the computer and turn on the computer again to do the initialization. Otherwise, they cannot play the video. They cannot play the game prepared in the floppy disk. So she really understands the concept and knows the answer. Yes, nice. Yeah. In the old days, if we want to play the computer games, then we need the floppy disk. Otherwise, we cannot. We cannot. That is terrible, right? And then finally, the man give those kids a smartphone, and he said, "Well, kids, in this smartphone, the power of this smartphone is equal to about 850 this kind of old computers." That's amazing, right? That's amazing. It is incredible. It is impossible to imagine this kind of situation when I was younger. It is impossible to make when I was younger. I do not have a computer until I was in my senior high school. And for those old computers, we have to use 数据机. Do you know that? And anyway, now you all use Wi-Fi or 4G, 3G, that kind of wireless machine at home. But when I was younger, we used that kind of machine, and the speed of data transform is very slow, and the upload and download data size is very limited. So it's terrible. So time changed. So So technology today is awesome. So this is the end of the week 2. For the old computers, I do not let you to discuss too much because I think all of you would feel the same like me. It's awesome today, right? I appreciate that I live today, not in the past. But don't worry for us, we survive. 我们还是活着，不用担心。I live in the past, I know. Okay, so for today, that is the end of today. For the next week, we are going to talk about why do we sleep? Most of you do not have enough time for sleep, right? For you, how many of you have your sleep time more than 8 hours? 8 hours? No? 7 hours? Yes? 6 hours? 6 hours? Okay, 5 hours? 4 hours? You are scary. 3 hours? 2 hours? Wow, oh, it's not human beings. That cannot be happened. Well, for me, 7 hours. I believe the young men, you should have your sleep time at least 7 hours to keep you healthy. Well, so for the next week, we are going to talk about why do we sleep. It is very important. So this week, I will give you a homework. Yes. Yes. This is second week, an official week, so you have a homework. The homework is very simple. To answer a question in Zubio, and now I'm telling the question. We are using the Zubio to answer the question. What kind of answers, what kind of sets do you like to answer? Do you like to answer the questions asked by the Walkmans or the old computers? For Walkman, hands up. 1, 2, 3. Okay, hands down. For old computers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, then answer the question for the old computers. Okay, now. If you finish, then you don't have to do your homework at home. 等一下，这太多题了啦，我把它简化成2题就好了。
Okay.
Feel good? Yeah. 这太多题。Let me think. I give you a very simple quiz. I only ask you 2 questions. You have to answer before the end of Thursday. I will ask you 2 questions. You have to answer the 2 questions before the end of Thursday. But if you can finish it early, like today or tomorrow, that will be good. Okay, just submit. So now, the first question is,